I think I should be live now. I clicked the wrong button for a while and was sitting here talking for myself, but let's see if it's live. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat, because then I for sure know that I'm just not sitting here talking to myself, but... Yeah, I guess I'll then have to repeat just what I opened the video with, or the live stream anyway. In this live stream, I'm going to do some EV training. I'll be grinding these two ace trainers right here. It is in Route 10 if you're unfamiliar. And the way this works is that you have a key item called the Versus Seeker. And maybe I can open the bag just to make sure that everyone is on the same page here. The Versus Seeker, a device that indicates trainers who want to battle. Its battery charges while you walk. And then what you can do is that, well, now it says that the battery isn't charged enough. I need to do 74 more steps. And so if we skip over to the step counter, you can see if we get to like 40,000 and 41,060 steps, something like that, then it is charged enough. But none of the trainers seem ready. And then we just have to do another one. Hey, Matthew! And we're live! Thank you. It's a sign of life. That's always nice. Particularly when you're dealing with technology and things. Whoa! A double rejection. That is rare. Oh, 11. Alright. There we go. Alright. A double acceptance. Hey, Kirano. Welcome to the live stream. It's great to have you here. I have to open my bag after this battle and just show you what I'm working on. I have a Slowbro, a Togekiss, and an Alakazam that I need to train up in this live stream, and so hopefully I will be able to do all that in one go. And then actually I have to see if I can get connected with... Oh, you guys left the voice. Yeah, I was considering joining in, but then I realized I had not scheduled the live stream in advance, and so I was unable to join your call. I know that Cascade wanted a Spinda. Matthew says, I got a question. Are Fire, Thunder, Ice Punch not TMs anymore? Typically those punches are tutor moves and are either exchangeable for battle points or... Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, none of those are. If you follow this link, you can find a comprehensive list on... Hey, Taylor! Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I forgot to schedule the live stream, and then on top of that, I forgot yesterday that it was Thursday, not Friday, and so I was like, hey, I'll see you next week, and then... Yeah. Cascade also asked me if I had a Spinda, and we did some battles. Oh, alright, so he did get the Spinda. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's open the bag. I want to show you the Pokemon that I'm working on. So, my current team is Staraptor, Frostlass, Togekiss, Rhyperior, and Zezor. Then I have Blissey. The problem with this team is Infernape and Umbreon, and a little bit of momentum, and a little bit of just... It's just out of place in terms of speed and offense. And so I don't really have many times or, you know, opportunities to build momentum if I make even good switches, and that's a problem. Don't EV share also have share EVs? Yes, that is the case. So if a Pokemon gains experience, then it will gain EVs as well, so long that it is not fully EV trained already. Okay, yeah, so essentially the big problem is that my core just doesn't work. I have Zezor and Blissey, and I mean, Zezor is really good as a defensive tank. It just even doesn't do well against the Infernape. It's just too much damage, and the Focus Sash mixed set is incredibly hard to go around. And then typically I have encountered that the Infernape is Jolly or Naive or something where it's mixed, and I cannot send out my Zezor to tank the physical hits, but because then the Infernape will just switch over to Overheat, and then when I switch into Blissey, Then Blissey is weak to that close combat, both because Blissey has no defense, but also because it is weak to fighting type moves. You can look at that, 68 in defense, that's terrible. My Zsor has 167 in comparison, and 100 on his special defense. I mean, in terms of special defense, Blissey is really nice with that light screen and everything. But yeah, it's not particularly a good team in terms of managing things. I could potentially have gotten away with having these two as my defensive Pokemon if it didn't also turn out that Rhyperior does not have any special attack. I mean special defense. You can see that 75 there. It's a problem. The Solid Rock ability is kind of nice. It makes it so that fighting type moves only take 1.5 times the damage instead of 2 times the damage. Though water types and grass types are still just slapping me. And ground. Let's see here. What I meant is your whole team gets EVs when you knock out Pokemon. Yeah. If a Pokemon gets experience, it also gets EVs. Luckily, I got a 6 IV female Eevee earlier and got my 5 IV Eevee Umbreon in the first batch of eggs. 6 IVs is such a time saver. It is. And it's one of those things too, like, once you have the 6 IV female Eevee, you have to keep that. And now for the next hundreds of hours or whatever you're going to do in the game, you can breed Eevees with ease. Yeah, I'm in the battle team mode. All right, yeah, so we need a bunch of vitamins, and so that's what this stream is all about, some grinding. And then depending on how far I'll make it in this live stream, I'll consider going into the battle tower. But I may actually just end up going to the Grand Underground to train up my newly EV trained Pokemon, because I have a meetup next week and I need to just have my teams ready. Not only do I have to EV train and level up and do all the stuff with these 3 Pokemon, but I also have to breed 4 new Pokemon somewhat from scratch. I think I'm just gonna do similar species that I have already made finished, and then make a few additions. And then yeah, it's for doubles, so I'm actually thinking of only breeding 4 Pokemon for my 4v4 doubles team, even though you can bring 6, choose 4. In many ways, it can be a really great way to learn by simply having only 4 Pokemon, because then your opponent has a very specific idea of what your team will be like, because there are only 3 combinations of how you can do your Pokemon. So yeah, it's just button mashing and chatting. So if you have any questions when it comes to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or any topics you would like to talk about, then now's the time. I really could not do anything more mindless than just knocking out Pokemon here with the 2 moves that I got access to. And so I got a lot of capacity for just engagement, answering questions, and just overall having a good time in the chat here. So I hope you're interested in that. And then I know that the live stream here is called EV Training Part 1. And so if you have any questions in terms of EV training, then yeah, that can be a relevant topic to explore together. Let's see if I can... Yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, yeah. Sleeping Dragon Gaming, welcome to the live stream. I haven't played for days now. I'm craving to play now. Yeah, I heard you said in the other live stream that you've been working really hard. Keep it up, you got it. And then that Pokemon time will come to you soon enough. Can you explain EV scaling with Pokemon level? Yes. The way it works is that a rough approximation is that at level 50, you get half the potential. Then you will realize at level 100. So you can just divide it by 2 and kind of be okay with it. You may want to utilize a calculator, like a team builder calculator, for making specific you know, builds for your Pokemon to really make sure that you get the most out of your EVs. But for the most part, you can just divide it in two. So for example, EVs yield 63 points at level 100 because you need 4 EVs to make up for a single stat point at level 100. And you can have a total of 252 EVs in a single stat. And then if you divide 252 by 4, you get 63. A lot of numbers here. But then that's at level 100. And so if you divide 63 by 2, then you get 31.5. And you round that down, actually. I'm pretty sure. And so the way that works is that, actually, it may be the case that you get 32 points from the EVs at level 50. I haven't tested it out, but it's either 31 or 32 stat points that you get from maxing out a stat. And at the very least, I know for IVs, then you get 31 stat points maximum at level 100. And then you get 15 at level 50. And then with nature, then after you've accounted for the level, the base stat, the IVs, and the EVs, then you slap a nature on top. And that is just like a 1.1 multiplier. And so, yeah. So EVs aren't super impactful at low levels. It depends. At level 50, I would say EVs may be one of the bigger impacts that you can possibly do on a Pokemon. Like, obviously, you only have nature, EVs, IVs, and base stats that really do anything. But for the most part, EVs is really what you need to focus on. Because, for example, the difference between very good IVs and best IVs is just a single stat point. But then, you know, you have essentially between 61 and 63 stat points that, or 62 and 63 stat points that you can distribute across the different stats for the EVs, and so it really makes a difference. Though, like, in total, if you were to compare a no good Pokemon in all stats, and yeah, that's probably going to be the biggest you know, impact there, because then you have 15 stat points for 5 of the stats, which is 75 stat points, and that's not nice. Taylor says, is there an online tool to calculate how many of a certain Pokemon you'll need to get the EV spread you want, rather than doing the math on a notepad like me? I mean, you don't really need a calculator because you can just think through it. You need 4 EVs for a certain Pokemon, and typically what you want to do, like if you want extremely specific spreads, then you will need a piece of paper and just like mark it like, yeah, I did this many encounters and so on. But for the most part, like if you have a complex EV spread, I personally will just recommend to see if you can find a round number that the vitamins can work at. So for example, for most Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, if you just use 10 vitamins, then you get the full benefit. Like there are no like 7 dead EVs hanging out in the stat. And then you can kind of do the same with a similar stat. Like for example, let's say you want a Togekiss that has 252 in speed, 100 EVs in HP, and 156 EVs in special attack. The way I would go about that personally is that I would just max out the speed, because that's easy, and then you get the 10 vitamins for the HP stat, and then you go on to working on the special attack stat. And so then you don't really have to think. You max out the speed, you see it sparkling, you get the 10 vitamins, boost it on the Pokemon, and then the rest is not really math. You just have to look for when, you know, that pattern becomes, or it goes from yellow to gray. Hey Shelby, welcome to the live stream. It's great to have you here. I look forward to hanging out with you after the live stream today. I am not in condition for a workout today. My whole body's just done. Shopping and the workouts the 2 days prior is just taking everything from me. So I think I'll do some dishes and that'll be it. And then I got some free time. What will the next stream be about Nirth? I have no idea. Honestly, it may actually be a long live stream on Monday. And I'll just spend the time, you know, preparing my teams. As I said, I have a meetup coming up, and I need to fix my 6v6 singles team, and I need to build a just base case doubles team. Like, I just need to get 4 Pokemon going with proper items, and then I have something to play with. Yeah, I feel your pain. Yeah, but honestly though, Taylor, at some point you're gonna get really good at this. Even if you don't particularly like math too much, getting up to speed with how to EV train really efficiently, even with complex spreads, you're gonna get there. It's just to keep going, and then just be okay with the fact that sometimes you will mess up, and when you do, you will realize that saving before you EV train a Pokemon, and then EV train it, and then double check to see it's actually correct by leveling up to 20, 30, something like that, and really make sure, or even 50. But it may be a little bit of a stretch to go all the way from level 1 to 50 without, you know, saving. But yeah. Gus Lightyear, hi Nirth. I got the ability patch yesterday. I saw you got the Squirtle, didn't you? Or was it the Turtwig? I know that Squirtle, Turtwig, and then there's another Pokemon that I know people are talking about to get with the ability patch. I personally have decided that I'm going to go for the Execute. I don't know particularly if there are a lot of grass types in Sinnoh that you can really hunt for. But the harvest ability can be nice on an Executor, you know? And yeah, the thing there is just, I just want to have my boxes ready, as I explained in the last live stream. And so having that harvest ability is one of those 5 abilities that can do things. Hey, do you read the YouTube text chat? Yeah, I even have it under here. Har du lyst til å ta lappen sammen i 2022? Ja, det har jeg som mål, altså. Jeg har snakket med noen som sier det at de kan hjelpe meg med å overkjøre, så det skal gå bra. Så i utgangspunktet så har jeg som hovedaktivitet å bare søke dønn masse jobber, lage videoer til jeg sprekker, og så, ja, ta lappen, for det er viktig. Det eneste problemet der er at jeg må overkjøre litt. Lese meg opp på teorien og hvordan ting funker og skilt og greier, men ja, det største problemet for min del når det gjelder det å ta lappen er at det er dyrt som bare det. Jeg har ikke nok penger til å legge ut 40 000 for å fikse greiene der, men det kommer etter hvert. I was going to sub, already was. Yeah, I make sure that I don't waste the time on people who are not fully committed to the channel. You need to subscribe, consider becoming a YouTube member, and then we can have a really good conversation here. We can just hang out, talk about Pokemon, and for the most part, managing the chat in terms of spam and all that is a lot easier. I haven't used it yet, but yes, I plan to start the breeding for Squirtle. Indeed, yes. That is a good point, because then, yeah, if you can just get that female already, perfect female, then you don't really have to think about the nature. I mean, nature, what am I saying? The ability. And you can just strictly go for nature and IVs. Yeah. Jura de Tranks. I don't know what that means. You have to let me know. Note to self, turn off autosave for EV training. Note to self, turn off autosave always. How many vitamins can a Pokemon use? 26. A single vitamins give 10 EVs. And then you can actually use a final vitamin for those 2 remaining IVs. Or EVs, sorry. Ugh. I mean, even for a native English speaker, confusing IVs and EVs can be confusing. But the problem in Norwegian anyway is that we have some of those vowels switched too. So it's really like, I need to make sure that I get it properly. So for example, our letter E is E, and then it's just, yeah. Vi har nok penger til det. I mean, I need I don't want to sell anything. I just need to just stay afloat, save up a little bit of a cushion, and then start getting those necessary essentials for life. But yeah, if you want to team up on it, I'm in. Hopefully we can battle soon, Nirth. It's always fun battling you. Yeah, but you slapped me so hard, man. And yeah, I just need to build a better team, and then we can talk. It's one of those things. It's a chicken and egg problem. You build the first team in a cocoon, and you don't really know what's up. And for me anyway, I drew a lot of inspiration from my Sword and Shield team, and then things are just not working because this is not Sword and Shield. Hey Phil, welcome to the live stream. It's great to have you here. If you use Sweet Scent, you can farm EVs, right? I have no idea. Honestly, in the Nirtheart Discord server, we kind of just settled on the Versus Seeker because there are certain trainers who have a particular combo of EVs. Like, there are specific trainers that only have a single value that they give, for example, attack. And then they also tend to have multiple of that Pokemon. So for example, if you want to EV train speed, there's a fixture with like 5 Magikarp, and you can EV train if you have Pokeros in like, what is that? I don't know, like 4 battles, and then you're just set on one stat. Oh, I forgot to check my items. For det å smake på de mindre gamle sjokoladene, ja, det høres bra ut. Det er bare til å hive inn på. Det er mye sjokolade der å smake på i hvert fall. Hvis det viser seg at den er god, så hadde jeg satt pris på en liten skål. Nei, vent litt, jeg skal ikke ha. Så, du kan kose deg med den. Are you doing any battles today? No. If I somehow manage to gain enough money from this farming to the point where I don't have to EV train, what am I saying? Once I'm done with the grinding to get all the vitamins for the EV training, then I'll move over to the battle tower because I still need a choice band and I still need a choice scarf. I like having those options at least to use for certain Pokemon. He wants to get a new team ready. Yeah, I need to get 2 teams ready. So I have like 7 Pokemon that I need to figure out by Tuesday. So it's a lot of work, but thankfully I already have a good plan of like what Pokemon I'm gonna bring. And many of those I have already made it quite far in terms of breeding already. Danny har litt søt sug, tror jeg. Nei, jeg tror ikke det. Jeg har spist havregrøt med sukker på vei, så jeg har fått nok sukker i dag. Yeah, but I need to check my trainer card. 350. Oh, that's a round number, man. How often do you see that? But, Kamikaze, if you would like to have some battles, you can put a battle code in the live chat and someone will be able to connect with you. I know that Kirano is up for battles, and so yeah, just keep it up. Let's see. Is this the fastest money-making method, or can it be improved with Payday, etc.? Actually, I think potentially you can do something with Payday. The only problem is that you would then have to go to... so the thing is, once you've made it all the way here, I haven't explored Northeast Sinnoh at all. Like, I've just been so busy breeding and making videos and live streams and everything that I will do that at some other point. But the thing is, you can't go down here to Route 212 into the Pokemon Mansion, and outside there are these old people. Once you have cleared here and caught Heatran and Stark Mountain, then the Pokemon trainers here, those old people, they will have an insane amount of money that they give you, and there you can use a Persian. I think the only benefit to Payday, honestly, is that you can have a move that you can just use PP up for or on 3 times, and then you have like 56 of a single move. And then if you have like 2 Persian with Technician, then that's nice. Or you can literally have level 100 Meowth with pickup, and then that can work too. The only problem is, yet again, I don't know what levels those trainers will have their Pokemon on. And if it is the case that even your Meowth won't be able to one-shot it, then you're only getting a maximum of 200 Pokédollars every time you use the move, compared to the... yeah, actually that doesn't work at all. Let's see. Yeah, the pickup does not work at all, because those are single battles, and you need the Amulet coin. And so, yeah, forget the pickup combo there. I think pickup combo is more so in the Grand Underground if you can somehow figure out a thing there. Or maybe in Route 203, when you EV train for special attack in the pond by surfing. There's a 90% chance of getting Psyduck and a 10% chance of getting Golduck, and both yield the special attack stat. So, oh yeah, I saw that you uploaded our battle this morning. LOL, you really got me with that Destiny Bond play. At least I had something for me, or going for me in that battle. It was hard, man. You had a good team. I look forward to a rematch sometime. What's the best way to level grind? Is there a trainer you can rematch with Chanseys? No Chanseys. Honestly, I think potentially the Pokemon League may be the better option. I just haven't made it that far yet. Like, I suspect that I may make it there in like hour 350 plus, something like that, because at that point I do suspect I have managed to, you know, breed a couple really solid teams, both in doubles and singles. Maybe even some Tiny League Pokemon, which is the baby Pokemon rule set that we have in the Nirtheart Discord server. And yeah, at that point I'm probably also done with my synchronized box, so that I can reset for legendaries. And maybe we can have a bunch of Grand Underground live streams where I just put up a code, everyone is in there just getting the Dittos. What am I saying? Not the Dittos, the Diglets. And then we can get all the items we need for getting the legendaries. And then once you have all the legendaries, then you go for the grind, see if you can make it to level 100. Go for some insane like bottle cap, mint. Well, no, you synchronize, and so that's nice. But yeah, bottle cap, EV training, just like having a crazy strong level 100 legendary. Slap on the Amulet coin, and then I think you should just be able to cruise through it. I love the baby Pokemon battles. I mean, if you're interested in those, you really should consider giving the Tiny League chat in the Diamond and Pearl category a look, because I have made a very cool Google spreadsheet for that rule set, and at some point I will be building teams specifically for that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's kind of a fineness. Next to that, I like Battle of Underground with 3 to 4 pickup mons with whatever I'm grinding. So yeah, exactly. Like, if you're leveling up some Pokemon, then it's always nice to just slap on a couple pickup Pokemon, get some items. And, you know, you can even get rare candies by quite a high rate with level 100 pickup Pokemon. And so you can actually boost your EV... what am I saying, EV? I'm so stuck in things here. Your level grinding with rare candies. It's actually viable. Oh man, I clicked the wrong button. If you're looking for special attack EVs, the pond in the Send Offspring only has Golduck. Yeah, in Route 203 too, right by Jubilife City, you can surf, and then there's Psyduck and Golduck. And I think what's nice about those is that they're kind of in a... I think they're around level 40, which means you should potentially be able to just one-shot it with Payday. One thing that is nice with Payday and pick up on the Meowth level 100 is that you just have 56 power points on the moves, and so you can just keep going without having to exit. I'm already prepping baby mons for competitive as I go. Let's go. Yeah. I think we have decided that you kind of just have to set the level cap at level 50 no matter what. Because when you actually play the games, then the way you get the moves is by leveling up. And if you just cap it at like an arbitrary level 10 or something, it won't work. There are just way too few moves to use, and there are a couple Pokemon that just have a bunch of egg moves and then have complete movesets from the egg moves, and then we'll just own the meta. So yeah, Taylor in route 227, I think the route on the right of the little fly area, right above the area. Wait, level 99 Clefable right now, no Lucky Egg, just a part of my Elite Four grinding team. Wow, level 70 Latias. Last night today, level 90 grinding Elite Four. Let's go. Yeah, keep it up. There's some with the Blissey in Victory Road, I think, but you can't use the Versus Seeker inside a cave. Can we just get the Pokedex entry for Heatran from a touch trade and then unlock the old couple to battle? I mean, you could. I think it is... No, I don't know, actually. I have no idea. I know that you have to go and do some... I wonder if it's just you need to complete all of the story elements, but it may also be that you just have to do the national decks, but that doesn't make sense to me. It's probably some story element that you have to do. But yeah, so in this live stream, I'm just gonna be grinding for money. I need to EV train a couple of my Pokemon. And then if you have any questions whatsoever when it comes to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, EV training, breeding, competitive battling, even locations for Pokemon or hidden abilities or something, post it in the chat and we can talk about it. And then if you just want to talk Pokemon in general and hang out, then you're very welcome to. That is the other purpose of this live stream. And so I am working currently on 3 teams that I need to prepare for next week. I have a couple battles that I'm gonna have and a meetup and the whole thing, and so I need a 6v6 singles team and a 4v4 doubles. I think I've just decided to breed only the 4 Pokemon that I actually need for the doubles team, and then I can really feel the pain of not having those 2 other options. And then I can kind of test and see what kind of issues I run into, and then add 2 more team members as I go. But yeah, back to the ability patch and the harvest topic. I don't know actually of many places where harvest makes a difference. But I am interested in looking up like all the different tables and just really see where the case is for harvest. Because I do suspect that it may only be for like whatever. I don't remember the name for it, but Obama Snow. Snow Run? No, it's Snowzer? I don't remember. What are your thoughts on Pelipper in competitive? It's pretty good. That Drizzle ability with the Damp Rock is really nice. And then if you can add like a Lantern with Volt Absorb or a Raichu with Lightning Rod, or some ground immunity just to avoid the problematic electric types, then yeah, it can be really good. Pelipper gets Stockpile and Roost and Hurricane and Drizzle, and then you just have a combo right there. And then you can potentially also add some other move. I don't know what that would be. I don't know if it gets Scald, but maybe Air Slash, something like that. Oh! Carson Bailey became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. I hope that you check out the link in the video description for the Nirtheart Discord server, which is the place where this community is residing in terms of where we do most of our stuff in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. and Shining Pearl. And so I really hope that you'll consider becoming a full member in the Discord. And now that you are a YouTube member, once you're in the Discord, even if you end your pledge here on YouTube, you get to keep that access in Nirtheart, so long you follow the rules. So just be very aware that I do take those rules very strictly. But outside of that, I am really doing my best to make this community the best place to be for anything Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And so, yeah, thank you. It does get Scald, alright. Yeah, Pelipper has a really good defense stat, and so if you can burn the opponent as well, then you should be in a pretty good place. Oh man, I need to use some Lepa Berries. This ain't good. I'm working on lots of electric teams with a few gimmicks. Looking forward to it, and partially not looking forward to it, because I really like flying types, and I do tend to run a couple water types too, so I am just weak to electric overall. And then it doesn't help much that ice is also super effective against flying types, and I also tend to like dragons a little bit, and it just gets hard to build a proper team. But yeah, okay, so let's check the trainer card. Oh, we got 500k. I think it's time to just go and get the vitamins and see if we can EV train one of them. The thing is that once you just get that rolling, you can start leveling up the Pokemon too, and that is what I want to do. And so first of all, I'm just going to go into the Pokemon Center and heal up my Pokemon. That way I don't have to use the Lepa Berries. I want at least half my team to make my opponents feel confused as to why I'm using them. That is actually a pretty good strategy, unless you're going to use the same Pokemon against the same people over and over again. But yeah, surprise is a big factor in Pokemon, because some Pokemon just confuse your opponent, and your opponent take just a little too long to figure things out, and that is just the amount of time that you need to really get going and then just slap them. So yeah, I feel like I have had a couple times on YouTube with my battle live streams in the past. Like, I've had close to 100 battle live streams over the years, and a bunch more just one-off battle videos, but I really feel it when I mix up my team and people don't know what to expect and they just get smashed, and it's really fun. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I'm just gonna bring up a calculator just real quick to make sure that I don't mess up on anything. I need to make sure that I have enough money. Like, I already have quite a few vitamins, and so I think I'm just... Ooh, I'm gonna do a big brain move. Let's see here. I'm gonna check which Pokemon has the worst leveling group. Let's see, Alakazam. Whoa. Okay, so Alakazam is in... medium slow. Let's see if Slowbro is in the slow group. That could be funny. Slowbro is actually in medium fast. So compared to Alakazam, I mean, it's not much of a difference, but I suppose I might as well just go with the one that makes the most sense. And then I am going to look up Togekiss, which is the last Pokemon. Ooh, okay. Togekiss is fast. So then I will in fact start with the Alakazam. Alright. Let me see. Because the thing is, it sometimes get a little tricky with certain Pokemon at level 50, and you just need to make sure that you actually make the proper spreads and so on. Okay. So based on what I'm seeing here, there are no surprises, which is nice. Alright, so what I'm looking for here is calcium. We need 26 of those. There we go. I didn't mean to do that. What are your thoughts on Uxie for a doubles team? No idea what Uxie is up to. It is bulky and it's a psychic type, so maybe it could do something, but I have not used it myself, so I'm not too familiar with it. I might as well just get the one HP up. Oh man, I need a little bit more money. I don't want to sell anything. That's just wasting resources long term, so I just need to go back and grind like 3 more battles, then I should be good to go. But at the very least, I have healed up my Pokemon, and I don't have to use my Lepa Berries just yet. It's hard to balance a team with Pokemon you like and the ones that are good, I know, but like for the most part, if you just find 3 Pokemon you really like and try to fix it from there. Let's see, it's like 20. There we go. Defog, yeah. Yeah, in terms of double battles, I have already a... Oh man, I didn't do... Okay, yeah. He's not gonna seek me out, which is nice. I can open my bike. There was something I was gonna say, but I forgot it. Oh yeah, doubles team. I have already made like a complete themed doubles team that I want to go for. Okay, I want to see if I can do something really cool here. Oh man. There we go. Ah, it didn't work. Anyway. Yes, I don't want to give it away what my primary doubles team will be, but I think it's going to be ridiculously fun. I feel like there's a little bit more flexibility with a doubles team, more so than a singles team, if you just have a decent combo and a theme going for you. Because at the very least, like, you can double target a specific threat if it's just a single Pokemon that just gives you bad time. More so than just 6v6 singles where one Pokemon can pop off and just like sweep you. Because then at the very least, like in doubles too, you have that protect, and so you can really get into the head of your opponent and just mess around and see if you can come out ahead, even though on paper you have the weaker team. I always go back to Gen 1 Agatha quote about trying to win with your favorites. That's the way to go. I mean, like, the other thing with just using good Pokemon because they're good is, to some extent, you do have some growth in terms of like what you think about those Pokemon. Like, for example, there are a couple of Pokemon that have really grown on me over the years just because they were a good fit on my team at a particular point in time, but then I just came to really like them. But if you just really, what would you say about this? If you just reduce what Pokemon is to a bunch of numbers, you might as well just go into chess. It's already established, and you don't have the problems with cheating there. So yeah, I do prefer to just choose the Pokemon I like, try to figure out a way to make them work. And then you also have the added challenge of like using Pokemon that aren't all that good always, and then try to mix it in and see if you can do something, and then back to that point about having some surprise on your team, then it really gets funny. Like if you bring a Cricketune with a Choice Scarf with Fell Stinger and you use it as a revenge sweeper, and you get that +3 and start having something going for you, if your opponent just doesn't have a response, getting a full sweep with Cricketune is hilarious if you can pull it off. And those are the kind of battles that you remember and just really keep close and just like remember for a long time. I know there are a couple battles that I had in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that were just legendary, and I'm a little sad that I don't have the recordings for all those, but yeah, that's what creates the memories. Not like, oh yeah, these are the 4 Pokemon that can always have a spot on any team because they're the best and they're the only way to go, and then yeah. That's my thought anyway. Another reason I dislike is the nothing but meta legendary spam. It's not... yeah, we don't really have to consider the thoughts of those people. They can enjoy the game the way they want to, and then we can enjoy the real game the way we want to, and so that's fine. Don't really have anything against people who use that as a resource, though for me anyway, I just prefer sticking with what I have set up here on the channel and talked a lot about. I wish there was a 1 hour timer. Me too. That was phenomenal in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And was it the case in Omega Ruby? I did that 2 times. I meant to say Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Because if it is the case that the 60-minute timer is in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I kind of feel like it is. Oh man, my eyes messed up. But yeah, what I wanted to say was that with Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I wonder sometimes if there is like a hidden gem in terms of a metagame in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But then I just keep coming back to the fact that those Z moves were just... It was just gimmick overload on top of the Mega Evolutions, and then, I don't know, man. I was not a fan, but I'm grinding up a team to slap Haru. I have heard he is a very good player in this community. Yes, you're right about that. Karano says, I am godly, so come at me. Yeah, keep it up, Karano. Is it longer... wait. Is longer time just to discourage stalling out when you have more Pokemon? Oh, you mean so the thing is, I feel like people don't understand the whole thing about stalling. If you intentionally send in a Pokemon that has no win condition, then it's stalling. If you're simply using a strategy with a couple given moves, then if you're building momentum, then it's part of the game. The game developers have literally made it this way. You can have stockpile, you can have whatever curse, you can have things going for you, amnesia. But so long you actually build momentum, there is something that will happen. More so than just your opponent running out of PP to use, you know? Then, yeah, and then... The thing that people then... So, there is a hard distinction between pure timer stall, where you just sit there and don't engage with your game, just to let the time pass, compared to having a more bulky team, and trying to get momentum through just over-bulking your opponent. So, yeah, I think it's horrendous, the fact that they have just cut off the timer at 20 minutes. It just really sucks, man. If you actually were around in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Pokemon X and Y, the thing with Pokemon Battles is that if you want to do 6v6 singles, it is at the end of the battle where things really start to pick up, because typically it's one of those, like, have you seen it's one of those exponentials, because you kind of hold back the little bit of win con that you like can hold on to until you just have to go like all in at the end and just go max risk, max everything if you're in a bad spot, or you just go for the full on like just final, just slap your opponent if you're on the advantage. And so if you draw like a curve of how, let's see, yeah, if you draw like a curve of how exciting a Pokemon battle is, I would say it's probably like this, and then at the end it just takes off. And the normal progression of a 6v6 singles battle is, unless there is a huge misbalance in terms of skill level between the two people playing, in my opinion, a Pokemon battle just naturally lasts for 25 to 40 minutes. That's just how it is. And the game developers have artificially decided to just cut it in half and say, we don't want our game to be so long, and then just capped it as 20 without giving an option of setting the time if you want. And the problem that I have with that is that I would much rather have a full hour and then just click run if I see that it's not worth my time. There is literally a forfeit button for a reason. If there is timer stall, or if there's something else going on, or if you just see that you're gonna lose, you can forfeit. You don't have to sit there for those 40 minutes. And so I just don't understand why there is no... Why is it there? The other thing is simply the fact that a Pokemon battle, 6v6 singles, just naturally progresses and lasts for 25 to 40 minutes. I would much rather have one really amazing battle that was incredibly close, but then at the very end it like had a climax, compared to now where it's just like, oh, 20-minute went past, time to go home, and then you miss the whole excitement with the battle. And yeah, for me and many of my friends, that was kind of what really just messed us up in Sword and Shield, to be honest. Like, Dynamax did not particularly grow on me, but I kind of came to accept it. Like, okay, they tried something new. It's okay. Now for me, now that we have Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl with no gimmicks, I'm super happy. But then again, it's just... It's just so anticlimactic to have a battle that naturally would have lasted 27 minutes, 34, that is just cut off. Oh, you have 3 Pokemon while you have 2. And so you with 2 Pokemon, you're going to lose. Even though the person with the 2 Pokemon has set up, has some sort of plan, has a different balance in terms of... Yeah, if you have a Jolly or Naive Infernape, full HP, Focus Sash, sitting in the back, and your opponent has slow Pokemon that are weak to fighting in fire and no Focus Sash, like, you are going to win. It doesn't matter, like, the difference between the amount of Pokemon you have. And then a lot of other battles, too. Like, I have had a lot of battles with people who tend to have somewhat more bulky teams and do a lot of switching. And the thing there is that... Oh, sorry. If you do have a sweeper Pokemon just chugged in the back of your team, and over time, your strategy has simply been to get a lot of chip damage on your opponent so that you got them down to the yellow, got them down to the red, maybe some on the green that are not so bulky, then you only need a single Pokemon that is hard-hitting and faster than all of your Pokemon, and they don't have any priority moves, and then you just clean the time. It's a battle of who is the stronger trainer, and it is fairly arbitrary to say like, oh, that guy has 5 Pokemon on his team left, and so you with only 1 Pokemon will obviously lose. But what if your whole strategy is to have 6 Pokemon, to have 5 support that 1 Pokemon that's just gonna take off and carry you into that victory? Then yeah, the whole thing like, oh yeah, both players have 2 Pokemon left, this player has more HP, therefore it's kind of... I mean, if you play for a whole battle and you can't figure it out, then... What am I saying? If you play for a whole hour and you can't figure it out, then... You know, maybe you need to add some elements of a little bit more setup in terms of offensive power. Maybe bring a taunt Pokemon or something like that, but 20 minutes is just... And then at the same time, you have Pokemon being a fairly competitive game at its core. And you kind of need a little bit of progression. You have an introduction. You see the team. You get a little bit of like, you get an early 1-for-1 trade, and then things progress, and then you go down a certain path of an outcome, and then you see where you end up. But yeah. Poppy says, what's your team, Haru? I have 3 teams. I am building around Garchomp. Ooh, that's cool. I like Garchomp. It's cool. I don't want to spoil it, says Karana. That is the way to go. Have a couple teams. Make it so that your opponent cannot predict it. And then you're off to a good start. Carson says, I don't know why they just don't allow for customizable rules per battle. I know. You know what would be really cool, Carson? If they allowed... You know the Union Room feature? I wonder if they have something going on here. Let's have a short segment here of just pure speculation. So whatever I'm about to say is pure speculation, partly just wishful thinking. None of this is likely going to happen, but I want to know what this is. What is this? Yes, with my group. You can only communicate with people who are in the same group. Oh, it seems you haven't joined a group yet. Please join a group before entering the room. I don't know what that is. Does any of you know what that is? Like the group thing? Okay, second question. What's going on in Jubilife City? Like, I can use my handy little pointer here. GWS, what is that? Global Wonder Service? Maybe. Global... I don't know. Global Wonder Station? Global something system? You guys got any ideas? What is this? I'm building teams for gym rematches and then Cynthia rematch, and then from those mods. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, good luck with that. If you make a group and do mixed records with people in your lobby, then forever more they can be in your group. It replaces team codes. Wait, so is that a feature that already works, or... I'm so sorry the GWS isn't ready yet. I mean, it could be Wonder Trading. That is a feature in Pokemon Home, so maybe it's connected there somehow and they're gonna do something. Global Wurmple sampling, alright. But then my last question is, what is going on here? This is the big question. What is this? I'm so sorry, the Coliseum isn't ready yet. Do you know what this is? Go to Eterna City. There's a person in town who lets you make a team. He's standing outside somewhere near a park. But yeah, so my big point here was like, if somehow you can make like a Union Room club, it would be really nice if you could just literally go through the National Pokedex, say yes, no, yes, no, yes, 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 no, 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 and have like a sorting system and just like put it on the wall somewhere and like this is one of the rule sets and you can make it a customizable name and maybe you can even host tournaments in those rooms. Man, that would be my dream come true. Bro, I just got a 6 IV male Remoraid. Let's go. Once I get Magikarp, I can breed for my Garchomp. Alright, keep it up. Top left trainer of school. Go to Eterna City. There's a person in town who lets you make a team. He's standing outside somewhere near a park. Is it here? 72 battle points acquired. That's at least the power items acquired now. How much faster is the EV train now? Quite a lot faster. They say this is a Pokemon that lived long ago. And here is a building with no entrance. Wait, not that one. It's in the other one you were in. Alright. That's fine. Let's just fly to Jubilife then. I'll post a screenshot in the Discord. Yeah, let's go. The odds are shining on me. That's good. So is Pokeradar the only way to get hidden abilities? No, you can actually grind for battle points. I don't know if YouTube will let me send this message. Let's try. Ah, we can do this. 200 BP equals ability patch. Yeah, so Carson, now that you are a part of the Nirtheart community, let's see here. You should go into the Discord and then connect to your YouTube and Discord accounts. And then if you don't have anything against that, then it will automatically take you to... yeah, alright, I see someone here that I haven't seen before. I assume this is you. I'm gonna welcome you in. Okay, so I'm looking for a fountain. This person. Hi, I know it's a little sudden, but would you like to join a group? If you join a group, you can compete or cooperate with fellow members. It's a lot of fun. Want to join? Ooh, tell me about groups. Mix your records in any local room and you'll be able to join a group of friends you met there. When you're in the same group, events can happen simultaneously. It makes things a lot more fun playing in a group. Anyone can make a group and anyone can join. I hope you recruit lots of friends so everyone can have fun. Cool. What do you want to name your group? Haha, that one's easy. There we go. You lead this group. I hope they get more members. All right. Yeah, that's me, and congrats on 100 members. Thank you. Yeah, worked really hard for that. And so it's been 15 months since I started this Discord server after giving my other server away that had like 20,000. But let's see. Is Black Sludge in this game? Serbia doesn't give an item location, but it says that Wild Grimer may hold it. Okay, well, let's see. Grimer. Yeah, I mean, Grimer should be available. So yeah. I mean, we could try to do it right now if you want. Just because, I guess. Let's see. Grimer, where are you located? Probably in the funny, like, weird-looking green room in the underground. Am I right? Route 212. Is it a swarm Pokemon? Oh, it's Pokeradar. All right. I mean, Poison Touch is pretty good. Let's go. All right. So it's got a 5% chance of it. Got it. Let's try. Taylor, it is. I have found it on Pokemon before. Let's see. Yeah, sure. Hold on. Anyone want? Yeah, have some battles. Enjoy Pokemon. Thank you so much for explaining that to me, Giggle. I can hunt it now so you don't have to. I really want to. I want to see if I can beat you to it. Because then I can claim the... I can claim the spot in the Nirtheart Discord server. I may run out of Super Repels. That would be bad. Oh yeah, I can't use my bike. What am I doing? Wait, Streamlabs. Oh man, I think I messed it up for you. You were supposed to show up there, Carson. Oh man. There, yes. Oh, it's nice when technology works. Alright, second encounter. That's pretty good. It's a little difficult to see where the patches are, but I think that's by design. Oh yeah, almost ran into one. Let's see, we can do it here. It's very obvious when it's a hidden ability. It's just like huge. But yeah, we have a whole collaboration set up in Nirtheart to really help each other out with the hidden abilities. Just because 200 battle points is no joke, but it is manageable if you have a couple friends that are just contributing towards the pool of hidden abilities. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys are currently up to in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Are there any breeding projects that you have, or are you leveling up Pokemon, or what are you up to? I, for one, as I have stated a little bit earlier in the live stream, I'm trying to complete my 6v6 singles team. Now that I have a little bit of experience with the battles and how the metagame is like in these games. And then I also need to build the just bare bones 4v4 doubles team. Does the mother need to have the hidden ability for the offspring to get it while breeding? I am only used to breeding with Ditto LOL. Yes, so the way that works is that if you have a male with the hidden ability, it can only be bred with a Ditto. If the female has the hidden ability, it doesn't matter if you use a Ditto or some other parent. And the odds of getting the offspring with the hidden ability is also different. So for the female, when the female has the hidden ability, there is a 60% chance of passing down the hidden ability to offspring Pokemon. While if you have a male and breed it with Ditto, there's a 40% chance. I'm going for that 5-star trainer card. Yeah, let's go. Hey, Greaseball, welcome to the live stream. Breeding 5 IV Magnezone and patiently waiting for someone in the Discord to get a Swinub farm for its hidden ability. I know. Oh, I have Surskit. That's nice. I'm going to get that later. Yeah, this is where the live stream just derails. Oh, man. It's fine, though. We making progress, everyone. Ah, yeah. I hope I get Swine up soon, too. Man, my Swine too good with that Ice Charge stab. And Earthquakes. Oh, yo. That was close. I don't want to lose it. Is the hidden ability patch useful for breeding. Yes, it is. Ability capsule and ability patch are both passable, as far as I'm aware anyway. At the very least, I know that the ability patch can, yeah, the ability capsule has to as well. But the bottle caps and the mints do not pass down. But yeah, that's why we have the hidden abilities chat in Discord, because we're all teaming up on it. Do you have to use the radar every time to reset, or does it automatically reset with steps? No, I'm pressing plus to reset. And you have to walk 50 steps for it to work, and so I try to just do 5 okay circles, and then it tends to be ready for me. Look at this, it's just like right next to me. I mean, it is a flat 1 in 128 chance for this to happen, so we should expect use around 20 repels or something. I hope I have enough. It would be really bad if it just wears off. Oh, you disabled all other key items. That's what confused me. No, I just have one key item registered. So yeah, you're learning the optimizations right here. But you need to take 50 steps. Yes. $50-ish. No, it's 50 exactly. 50 or above. Hi, how are we doing? Hey, welcome to the live stream. So in this one, I've just been grinding money for vitamins to EV train 3 of my new team members for my competitive team. And then I received a question about how to get Black Sludge. And so I found the location for Grimer. And now we just stumbled upon the Poison Touch hidden ability, Grimer. But yeah, there's a 5% chance that the Grimer holds Black Sludge. And so yo, Karana, you need to just up your game. Don't complain about stockpile and minimize. That's just part of the game, man. But yeah, so Grimer has a 5% chance of holding the Black Sludge, and I really hope that it does not have any self-damaging moves. I didn't check. This is not how to get Grimer. But yeah, so if you then just put a Super Luck Pokemon in the front of your party, then you have a really good chance of getting that Black Sludge. And so that is what I'll be doing in the next couple of minutes. I don't know, I left my headphones at hold, so I'm watching with no sound. Why, lol? Darn, did you lose the race? I think you did, Taylor. I'm gonna claim that Grimer right away. Sorry, bud. There we go. Claimed and done. All right, so with the chain that we have going now, I am going to switch out my Pokemon. And there may actually be a problem here in terms of the effect of the repel. If I put my... I played pretty poorly, but I'm learning. Think you got me. Hey! Yeah, I'm glad I am able to show off some tricks in these games. Alright, let's see what level 46. That should be fine. And then I need Ambipom. There we go. Okay. Is Grimer giving useful EVs? I don't know. If you just check the resources chat in Discord, the best way to go about it is just to versus seeker a particular trainer in the game. And then they will have a particular stat that they are just really good at. Or have as their primary thing. Okay, so... everything's set up. How are you liking Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Chief? Says the Dr. Dress Up. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I love these games. Honestly, these may be the better games that have ever been made, in my opinion. I do have a love for Sinnoh as a region, and I do not mind the chibi style at all. I think they've done a lot of cool things with this game, and in terms of the overworld, I would say the lighting can be really nice and engaging. Like, for example, it's currently 8:25 p.m. for me, and it looks like 9 in the game, and so it has like a good thing going for it there. And then, oh yeah, actually, to continue the chain, we actually have to catch them. So I'm just gonna do quick balls. What's the percentage with Super Luck and finding an item? It depends on what the base percentage rate is for actually getting it. So, for 5%, it is increased to 20%. For 50%, it's increased to 60%. And then for 1%, I think it's increased to 5%, something like that. Glad to hear some positivity about them. Yes, honestly, though, like, I think these may be the best Pokemon games ever. One of the reasons for me, anyway, is it has a very nice mix between modern and old, traditional. It kind of just... I don't know how familiar you are with Pokemon, but Pokemon Platinum in many ways was like the game. 4 generations of Pokemon, this was kind of the end of an era. And for them to go back and pretty much recreate Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl based on Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, I think is really nice. There are no gimmicks. There are hidden abilities. There are updated quality of life things with getting perfect Pokemon and so on. EV training, moves, things and that. And the thing that is somewhat frustrating with these games is all the cheating that online culture has just allowed itself to spew on top of these. So the really only solution that I've come to terms with is to create a private community, which is living on Discord in the Nirtheart Discord server. And then from there, it's just to, you know, connect with those people who actually value playing the games properly. And yeah, just not let other people take away your enjoyment of Pokemon, and just accept that that's the way we're going to play the game. And yeah, so yeah, I was really glad they patched some of those nasty exploits. Well, a lot of the damage has already been done, and they haven't really gone through and bricked people's systems, which I personally would have liked to see. Like, if you somehow trade and get a shiny 6IV Pokemon, shiny 6IV Ditto, it does not exist in the games. It's a 1 in a trillion chance for that to be there. Well, I guess if you somehow manage to get that perfect 5 IV after the 1400 chains, and then you reset for the shiny. But then if you're that lucky you don't trade that away. And so if you just compare the volume of all these Dittos and just look at the live streams online where people are just like doing the whole cheating thing, and then it just doesn't add up. But yeah. It's actually really upsetting to some extent. I just try my best to just not think about it too much. I'm enjoying these games. They are fantastic. It's just, unfortunately, they haven't put enough of an effort into making sure that people just don't mess up the game. After they've published it, they need to just keep an eye on it. And that all, you know? But, like, I even had an instance of someone who had a really good time with the games, ended the Discord, but then just from the sheer misery that is online culture in its current state, they just felt like, okay, what's the point? I put 150 hours into the game here, and the kid across the street is just like duplicating boxes with these dumb exploits. But yeah. Sucks that in this era of Pokemon you have to basically avoid all online trading, but it is what it is. I know. Though, I don't know, man. I think whatever we got going in Nirtheart at the moment is pretty nice. And so that is an option for you. This Rotom doesn't want to miss, apparently. Oh, man. Let me just check the calculator for catching. Grimer is level 18. Well, I clicked rather fast now, but to my understanding, we essentially have a 100% catch rate with the quick balls. And Black Sludge acquired. That super luck was super quick. Yeah, you're welcome, Taylor. Keep it up. Oh, that makes sense. It's Choice Scarf. I'd feel like quite a goof telling people about my hacks. I know. Oh man. Yeah, well, let's just switch topic. Let's just talk about the games. So yeah, there are a couple qualities that I really like. So for example, the in-game battle scene, like for example, look at this. I think the character models look really nice in the battle. And for the most part, this is where you're gonna spend a lot of your time. So I don't really care the chibi style. The overworld characters mostly just to navigate the different entities in the overworld, in my opinion anyway, particularly in the Pokemon game where creature collecting is a big aspect, having competitive battles with other people is a big aspect. This is where you're gonna spend most of your time. And then, yeah, I think the games look really nice. Based on what I can tell anyway, they have done a lot of updated animations and things. If I was to sum up these games, I think it would be best summed up as Ilka and Masuda has together made possible for a 3D Pokemon game to really look appealing in a art style kind of sense. Like, for example, if I go into Pokemon here, this was very, very foreign to me. What's going on here? If you know Pokemon, there is something off here. At least one thing. One of them is that the characters are just a 3D model. That is not Pokemon, that, as we know it anyway. But I have come to really have this grow on me, given that this is a 3D game. And it's kind of nice seeing the 3D models. But if you've been playing Pokemon for a long time, those sprites have been pixel art for a long time. And yeah, I like the same for the computer. The other thing that I really like about these games is that they are actually a step in a direction of increasing the difficulty of the game and really emphasizing the necessity of having a community of players to play in. Because, you know, getting hidden abilities for certain Pokemon like starters and things, it's quite hard. You know, you need to get 200 battle points, and that's no joke in these games. At least until Pokemon Home comes out, and so I feel in many ways they have made a really nice balance between difficulty in many aspects. The only thing that would really throw me off with these games would be if they did not make Pokemon Home connect the same way as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where, for example, getting Dittos is incredibly hard in these games. Like, even getting a 3 IV Ditto is a pain in these games. It turns out that only 13 Pokemon can be bred with Ditto anyway. That has that as a necessity. But, you know, that's okay. But then, if the difficulty in Pokemon Sword and Shield, getting a good Ditto and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is just neutralized, to where you can just send over your 6 IV Ditto from Sword and Shield, then I would find that incredibly weird. But, I mean, at the point where Pokemon Home comes out, I'm kind of settled in with my breeding anyway, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, so the game developers made Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl incredibly hard to get you ready for competitive, and then just like 6 weeks later, they just say, hey, open the floodgates, everyone. You can just bring in all of your Sword and Shield battle-ready Pokemon that you can just candy up to level 100. You see where I'm coming from? So that would kind of suck. Just kind of, in some ways, invalidate hundreds of hours of gameplay that is necessary in these games if you play properly and want to be competitive. But yeah, so that would be my only like pet peeve. Besides the 20-minute timer, I cannot believe that they still don't give the players more options in terms of deciding rule sets. Having no control over the chain breaking is pretty annoying. I mean, it's part of the game. If you accept Ditto, which in some ways is a special case, if you really want to get started with breeding, I don't know if you've seen my How to Breed Without 5 IV Ditto video, but I made a whole map. This map right here, you can download it in the video description of my last live stream, the breeding live stream. Then I have a direct link to this whole document. It's massive. Like, just look at this. I can zoom in. It still looks crisp. It's like 5,000 by 4,000 pixels, something like that. But yeah, the thing is, if you use egg groups really strategically, you only need a single 6 IV Pokemon to really just speedrun through this map. And then you don't need Dittos for anything in terms of getting IVs. The only real need for Dittos is getting a male hidden ability Pokemon to give female hidden ability offspring so that you can really get good odds. But yeah, so getting Ditto is a pain, but if you look outside of that, getting hidden abilities with a Poke Radar is super easy. You get Chain 1, and then you soft reset the Poke Radar until you find Big Grass, and that's your hidden ability. No, man, I didn't mean to do that. That was dumb. And then the other thing to add there is, okay, you have to go all the way to 40 in Chain to get 3 perfect IVs. But if you have the breeding map and you're not going for Ditto, you don't really need the IVs. And at that point, what is the Poke Radar actually? Well, it is for getting items like this. If we now open the box here, we should have a bunch of Black Sludge. Based on statistics anyway. Let's see it. Yeah, we got 3. So the Poke Radar in some sense is a counter balance to the reduced effect of the shiny charm. And so you literally have a 1 in 20 chains for getting a shiny Pokemon of your preferred species. And the thing is, that system was so generous that they made it harder to chain, starting, you know, that 1.1 patch or whatever it was. They didn't make the overall idea of the chain. They wanted to be a 5% chance for you to make it to 40 and then find a shiny, and then yeah, that's fine. And there are only certain species you can do that with and so on. But the thing there is, once you find a shiny, that is something special. You can potentially get to chain 39, reset to get that 3 IV, I mean, shiny, and then your chain doesn't even break, so you have a chance to find another shiny. And what if you go for shiny Eevee in the Pokemon Trophy Garden, and you just get shiny, and you reset until you find a sparkly grass, and you catch it, and there's another shiny. And the thing is, if you just refrain from being tempted at going for that shiny grass that isn't 1 patch away from you, then you can just keep resetting. Your odds is 1 in 100 or 1 in 99 of getting a shiny Pokemon using the Pokeradar once you have a chain 40. And it's a 1 in 20 chance to make it to 40 in that chain, and you know? And the thing is, it's 5% of chains that make it to 40 or longer. And then it just drops off from there. But if you only catch Pokemon that are 4 tiles away from you and strategically reset for the shiny that is 4 patches away, then, you know, you have a tremendous chance of just getting like 10 shiny Eevee. If you just specifically go hunting for Eevee, you make it to 40, you get like 2 shinies, it breaks, you get to 40 again, it breaks. And then the thing is it going to take you tens of hours? Sure. But you cannot have everything that you point at just because you want it. And so some things you need to work for. And there are a particular difficulty balance that the developers have struck in these games. And that's just what we have to work with. But for the most part, like once you get to 40, you can just reset for the shiny. It's so easy. If you compare it to other shiny methods anyway. And then, yeah, making the Masuda method or the international trades or the multiple languages kind of deal a bigger emphasis than having to complete your Pokedex to get the shiny charm to then have all the odds. I just feel like, to some extent, it feels like Masuda maybe had a lot of thoughts in terms of like where he would like to take Pokemon. If he was at the steering wheel, it seems like he's taken a little bit of like a sideline kind of role recently, but it feels to me that this game is the game and the direction that Masuda would have liked Pokemon to take if it was up to him. No gimmicks, you know, and a more balanced game in terms of shiny odds, IVs. You need to work for your things, community around getting the ability patches, and once you have one, you can trade for others and so on. But yeah, I know the only thing that really just is frustrating is that problem with the cheating, but I have done my best, like Verity. I've done my best to figure out a, you know, some sort of solution with hosting live streams, making how-to videos, explaining how to actually play the game and not cheat, and being the community manager for the Nirtheart Discord server. And so, man, I love Twin Leaf Town. It's nice. But yeah, I don't know if you resonate with any of the thoughts that I've shared in the last couple of minutes, but that's how I see things anyway. Oh man. Let that my 3 Ivy Ditto plus 5 Ivy Staryu to Shotbot last night so they could use their ability patch for hidden ability Staryu and breed them. Now we have the first 2 hidden ability 5 Ivy Staryus on the server. Yeah, let's go. I think no one will catch up to you just yet, but that analytic Starmie can be real nice in certain settings. What do you mean by reset? Can't you not reset mid-chain? Yeah, like you literally just reset the grass patches that are shaking, and they are new patches, so you can just reset 20 times and you find a shiny. Cheating is so bad it got to the championships. Oh yeah, it's been at the championships for a decade, so it's kind of is what it is. I'm just hoping that someday in the future we'll have a proper game, and not just a proper game, like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is the most proper game we've had in a long time, in my opinion. The only thing is that 20-minute timer, I just don't get it. But fine, I'll learn to play doubles, then the timer is not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, we did all that work to get the vitamins, so let's not do that. Yeah, I feel like I can very easily go on a tangent here, but you should consider asking me in the Discord about what I think about long-term what Pokemon can do, and I'll give you some thoughts. I have some ideas. I think there is possibilities for there to be Pokemon games in the future where it's just impossible to cheat, just because of the way various developments are happening in the world, but we'll see. That's the one thing I liked about Sword and Shield, though. They made it easy enough to make fully competitive Pokemon, so there's no excuse to hack in your competitive mons anymore. Yeah, before that, it was a major chore to make them. I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a difference. The biggest thing is mostly the legendaries. Like, those really were impossible in other games, and now they are. And then, I don't know, man. Leveling was way easier. But then again, in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you didn't have to level. And you actually don't have to level in Sword and Shield either, when I think about it. But yeah, I mean, it's a balance to strike. The thing that I keep coming back to is the fact that Pokemon is a creature collecting game. And so collecting creatures, it's a big gameplay loop. And with that being a big gameplay loop, then you would expect to spend some time on it. And not only is it a creature collecting game, but it's a online creature collecting game, and you make connections with others by trading creatures and having battles and teaching each other how to get the various creatures and so on. Why are Surskit appearing in the grass? It is a swarm Pokemon, and this is random. Somewhere on the map each day you get a different Pokemon, and so I'm just gonna claim it. Just gonna hit an ability and then claim that in the Discord. I don't think anyone's gotten it. It's a fairly obscure Pokemon. Let's see. We got one. It's a weird angle here. All the post-game competitive can happen in Pokemon Home. And all the stories and collection can happen in the save files. I would like it if they moved all the battling to Pokemon Home and made more game types. Keep the story to the games and then transfer to Home for competitive battles. I mean, they could make like a Coliseum game, I suppose. Or a Battle Revolution 2, and just connect it to Home, and you can have like a back and forth there, but then again, you remove a lot of the fundamentals of Pokemon. It's a creature collecting game, as I've said. Trading is important, teaching each other about the region is important, how to play properly. How do you check for swarms? You open the menu and then it will say in the pop-up box. Well, being able to instantly get your preferred nature without any breeding, IV training with items relatively easily, and changing IVs instead was revolutionary in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it does allow for a lot of... yeah, given that mints are not completely free, at least in these games, they kind of are if you get the DLC in Sword and Shield, then at least there is some effort. Poppy says, press X. Yeah, so you can see a lot of Surskit have been spotted at Lake Verity. Yes, so in order for these swarms to appear, you need to have the regional decks completed by having seen all of the Pokemon, not captured. I like that I'm just using the repels and I'm just running outside of the grass. That's pretty good. So if you would have asked 10-year-old me if I would have imagined running in circles right next to this patch 10 years later, 15 years later, what it is. Yeah. We here, boys and girls. Wow, that's cheating. Look at that. Whoa. I am unsure how I managed to not getting messed up by that patch of grass in me, but yeah. I remember some core developers, Masuda, stating that they didn't like the fact that your buddy Pokemon, your start, for example, couldn't be used competitively sometimes because of nature. So if you put enough effort, they wanted you to be able to make any Pokemon competitive. I think that was a really good idea. I agree. And then, as you say, it did lessen the burden, particularly with the legendary Pokemon and fixing natures for certain Pokemon. And bottle caps and things like I think it was a good idea to not make it solely through breeding and make a couple of gameplay loops that are optional. Still takes a lot of resources though to get bottle caps, mints, vitamins, so you still have to put in the work. Yeah, but then again, it's a game. We have to play to get good, you know? In any other game, you would expect to put in hours if you want to be the best. And so, yeah. Is the only competitive format in championships only Ubers? I don't use those terms. I'm not into those. I just use whatever is the closest to official rule set. So just think battle spot, and then yeah. So if you go into the battle chat in Nirtheart, then you'll see in the pinned messages that we have just explained briefly, or actually we've laid everything out there, how we want to have battles. And so yeah, it shouldn't be too easy. I prefer having a goal to grind for. Yeah, but you also have something to do together with others. Like, what are we doing right now? We're gathering resources, we're talking Pokemon, we're building our teams, and having a good time. Seems actually to be easier to run over here. I've done so many Dynamax adventures, and the resources you get from those are actually useful, so it's nice. Alright, yeah. I mean, that's one way to go about it. You can just grind and team up with other players and get all the items and things. I think for me, with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I feel there are a more varied set of gameplay loops that you can go through in order to really build competitive teams. Like, you can get hidden abilities this way. You can level up in the Grand Underground or in the Pokemon League. You can go to the Battle Tower to get battle points so that you can get items and test out your teams. You can do breeding. You can even do pickup Pokemon and get bottle caps if you don't want to breed. And yeah, you don't really have the 6 IV Ditto easy things that was going on in Sword and Shield. And so you also have to really think strategically about how you want to go about gathering IVs and so on. And so having a breeding map is necessary, and that has its own gameplay loops. Like, I feel this overall is a much better game. There's more to do. There's a bit of variety. And there are many different atmospheres or environments in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, like the different routes and weathers and Pokemon you can encounter. It's a lot of fun. You have berry trees. Are bottle caps and mints in these games? Yes, they are. Mints are only purchasable, and bottle caps can be found using pickup Pokemon. Yeah, so on average, we should be getting the hidden ability after 28 resets. I think we're getting close. I think I should be able to get it before we end the live stream. I typically tend to keep them to about 2 hours. Oh, hey, no! Oh, I didn't pay attention. Did you see that? That's so frustrating. Oh man, now I feel sad. I saw it in the other patch, and it was one patch right next to me. I just tried to run out, and then... So what kind of double strategy did you have in mind? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you either of my ideas. I have 2 teams in mind. If you really know me in terms of battling, you probably have an idea for one of the teams, but not the other. That's the full team that I have already planned out. That's just like, you have no chance. Yeah, no more luxury of farming resources for XP candies. It felt too free and too simple and too linear in my opinion. I actually have to grind. Yeah. But you also have to learn all sorts of aspects of the game in many areas, too. I feel like the one word that I kind of... Like, if you really know how to optimize Pokemon Sword and Shield, it felt very monotone. Like, it was just... It was not for me. Level 50 doesn't take that long. There's a trainer in the fighting area with Chansey you can rematch. Really? There is one. I thought there were no Chanseys that you could rematch. That's amazing. I was surprised that no one had found like a Chansey somewhere that you can rematch post game and then just get experience, but wow. Alright, I have to look for that trainer, I guess. I was so close and then it just disappeared on me. She has an Ambipom, Chansey, and Rapidash. Oh, those are good Pokemon. It's nice that she has multiple Pokemon so you don't have to just reset for that single Pokemon over and over again. I wonder then if there's a solid trade-off between battling her for experience and battling those ace trainers or the rich old people for money. So with Sword and Shield, I feel like there aren't many trade-offs. It's just do Dynamax and you're good, and do more Dynamax and you're even better. Two other people already mentioned that train a little bit. In the desert, I think it's right. Oh, right, yeah. So it's just somewhere in the fight area. Northeast Sinnoh it is. Did you hunt any shinies yet? I got 2 full odds shinies so far. Couldn't believe it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm happy for you. No, I'm not really interested in shinies that much. At least not at this point in the game. At some point, I will want a shiny Togekiss and all my favorites and all that. But actually, I don't know how up to date you are with the content here on the channel. But if you've seen that video that I referred to earlier, the how to breed Pokemon with that 5 IV Ditto, you can just make 2 Pokemon that are perfect, like literally a female 6 IV and a male 6 IV, and then you can play through the game on a separate player or save file, a profile, that's what I want to say, in Japanese, for example. And then once Pokemon Home comes out, you can just send over those 6 IV parents into your other save file in a different language, and then you can hatch like 30 eggs, and you should have a decent chance, or maybe 60 eggs, then you should have a decent chance of hatching another 6 IV Pokemon and male. Yeah, and then you bring that back into your English main save file, and you got yourself a 6 IV male Pokemon that's ready to go. And then if you really put a lot of time into your Pokemon ancestry, then you can do that for all the egg groups. And you actually only have to do 7 Pokemon. If you're really strategic with which Pokemon you choose from, then there are 13 egg groups, and a Pokemon can have 2 egg groups at the same time. And so you only need 7 Japanese males. And so, yeah, I'll wait until Pokemon Home comes out to breed shinies, just because by that point I probably have the shiny charm too, and I can use the Masood method, and then I have a 1 in 500 chance of getting any shiny I want with perfect parents and everything, and like a really good chance of just getting exactly what I want. Like I can literally pump out competitive shinies at that point, because I also will have had all the battle like the power items. So if I want the 0 attack IV, then I can just power item it, or 0 attack, what am I saying? No good speed, then I can just power item that as well. And I can have a competitive shiny, with the exception of that hidden ability Spook, and so I may have to just go for a couple shinies. But at that point, like 500 eggs is no problem. If you want to have a shiny competitive Pokemon, then you put in the work, and 500 eggs is just fine. Because at that point, you're just going to print out so many perfect competitive Pokemon that you can mass train. And by that point, you also have all the power items, so you can mass breed, mass train, and give away to other people. And you can just specialize in your favorite Pokemon, and then we really have a nice trading economy going in the Nirtheart Discord server. So yeah, I think there are some downsides to Pokemon Home in terms of just opening the floodgates, if that's what they end up doing. I really hope not, but we'll see. And then, yeah, there are the upsides of being able to mass release Pokemon and to transfer Pokemon in between your save files. And at that point, it's just really nice like that. Because the problem is, you could say, for example, like, well, why don't you just trade with people now? The problem is not the trading part of getting the parents into the other save file. The problem is the IV Judge feature that you only get by having played through the whole game, using that Japanese save file or what it is, and that takes time. And I, for one, will do it at some point, but I feel I want to enjoy it. I want to just read all the Japanese text and build a team and enjoy the game and so on. And when it's not really necessary to do that just now, when I really want to focus on my main English save file, then I can wait with that full-on Japanese playthrough a little while longer. And I only need to make it to Solaceon Town. I only need to have a Pokemon with Thief, which you pick up in Eterno City anyway, and a couple Pokemon with Pickup, and then level those up to level 30, and you can start getting the Destiny Knots. You could also IV calculate it, though I think, nah, it's not worth it. You're going to save so much time by doing it exactly as I've laid out, because then you can just literally mass breed in the Japanese save file using your English parents with the items that you picked up along the way while you made it to Solaceon Town, and then you can mass transfer boxes from the one save file in Japanese into the save file in the English, and then you have the IV judge feature, and you can just like go like boom, 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 boom. This one's perfect, this one's not. Put it back in a different box, go back into Pokemon Home, mass release all the Pokemon that are not perfect, and then you keep it rolling. LOL, rereading my advice, I can't seem to explain it right. Maybe someone will understand. All right, let me give it a chance. I'm a dip because I'm quite tired. I haven't slept. All right, see you later, Kurano. Let's see. Did you hunt any shinies yet? No shinies. I do ace trainers for money, and her, yeah, Route 210 is pretty good, but yeah, Route 227 for training. Tyranitar from gym rematches gives 7,000 experience, but you can only do that once a day, so it's not farmable. Cool double trainers for money. Yeah, Route 210. A dip. Has to be Lucky Egg though. Yeah, that's a good advice too. Sorry, I sent that out with really shoddy advice. Using Lucky Egg Tyranitar from gym rematches gives 7,000 experience. I believe it's Orberg gym, and it is his first Pokemon. All right. Just picked up hidden ability Shinx for the server. All right. Yeah, just post it in the hidden ability chat, and I'll log it later. I'll go log in a chat. Oh yeah. Facade Luxray for everyone. Yeah. I've always wanted a shiny competitive Umbreon. Well, this game makes it possible. I have laid out the whole process for you. You could also do the IV calculator. Yeah, but I already explained that. Rereading. All right, caught up. I just really want to get this Pokemon. I know I'm a little bit over time here for what I intended to do, but it just frustrated me that I ran into that patch of grass that I didn't mean to run into, but that I ended up doing, and yeah. Stop Signimations. Welcome to the live stream. It would be really funny if the hidden ability patch is just inaccessible from other patches. Thank you for subscribing. Guy just scooped versus me after he brought the Algapalk into the bright cheese. Oh man, yeah, that's not fun. R.I.P. Oh man. Is that the glass I think it is? I don't know. I mean, it's just a standard IKEA glass. That almost looked like it, but it was just the Surskit. I have that glass. All right. Welcome to the glass club. I have a pink one and a see-through one too. They're nice. Firm and sturdy builds. I've even happened to drop one of them on the floor one time and it was just fine. So I like those. Resetting for a hidden ability can be a little tedious sometimes, particularly when you're just not careful and you run into other grass. I think we found it this time. I'm gonna be careful. There we go. Let's see. So if I'm not mistaken here, yeah, it's not 2 patches. Okay, it's right here. I only have the see-through tall one. All right. I mean, it works. Finally, the hidden ability source kit. We did it. Now I can log it in the hidden ability chart. Just need to make sure to get it in that awesome luxury bowl. Ooh, critical capture. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so then we open the hidden ability document and we be logging everyone. Get the hidden ability right there. And we search for source kit. It's kind of funny how I've typed in like 20 entries and I still can't remember those 6 digits. There we go. Okay, and Taylor had Shinx. All right. There we go. All right. This was a fun live stream. We got a lot done. Not on the EV training side, so I got a little bit of stuff to work on. And then we'll see what happens on Monday. But with that said, this has been a fun week. I've done my best to host engaging live streams, teach away what I know about Pokemon, and to have some engaging conversations with you all in the live chat. You are welcome to become a YouTube member of this channel. It is $2 a month. And by becoming a YouTube member, you get access to the Nirtheart Discord server. And in my opinion, it is the place to come if you really like these games, you value proper play, and have a hard stance against cheating. And so, yeah, that's my encouragement for you. When it comes to live streams, you can subscribe to the channel. I am aiming to get to that 100,000 subscribers eventually. And then the live stream schedule that I'm trying to keep on here is around the same time every day. So 7 p.m. Norwegian time. I've listed this in the video description. Actually, I forgot to update it for this specific live stream, but I'll make sure to remember it. But yeah, so Monday through Friday, the same time. And then Norwegian holidays. And a couple friends and family events that sometimes just interfere with things are the only exceptions. So I'm just gonna try to keep that going. And so you know now when to come back in the future if you would like to have some more Pokemon fun. Outside of course, joining the Nirtheart Discord server, which is active 24/7. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I wish you a great day, and I'll see you around in some future live